don't think I want mid Matilda.
Yeah.
You give him like an Eve or something?
You need a real mage.
Pop.
On Prince.
Damage. Kimmy's still open, but there's a Farsa. Jusen's gone. If they want, they can go Kagura for the raw burst.
He wouldn't do Selena, would he? Okay, no, Valentina.
Okay, so they still get the Granger. Valentina into the Fredrin. Okay, let's see if Super Frizz can pull off getting the taunt again. And let's see if he'll be able to do a good job of protecting the jungle if this is going to be a roam Hilda that will be pestering King Kong a lot.
Even if he doesn't get the taunt, like he's still, quality is still the Feather Airstrike if he wants to, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
You can still go ahead and work with that. Kelra getting the Granger here is going to be better than what we saw trying to use that Bane in the last game, at least for this matchup. And then the last pick, we'll find out where the Hilda is going and what's going to be an XP.
This is going to be very telling, Joseph. Like, when we see what this is,
we'll know.
We'll know where the Hilda goes.
All right, that sounds like... Oh, I was wondering.
My goodness.
That's got to be an XP lane, Alice. Full circle.
Yep. And Womi taught me something about this. Up until level 2, level 3, theoretically, the Arlot actually has difficulty against the...
I lose, we go to game 3, and it gets just much harder for them to come back. ONIC PH up against the ropes.
Flapteasy needs to item build the hell out of this Alice. The theoretical approach would be a dominance ice rush with all the healing provided by the lineup and the abilities, even the battle spells of ONIC. That might actually be the right course to go. And see, the Arla's actually having difficulty in lane against the Alice. Flapteasy is now pushing Kirk out from the range of his own minions. It's making it uncomfortable for Kirk. It's not an easy time for this Arlot.
Yeah, Flap should genuinely be fine in the lane too. Like you saw, even with the emblem that he's rolling out with here, he's got plenty of sustain, but I think one of the most things that I wanted to see when Alice was available, especially last week, but we just didn't see it played, was how does she fight in the team fights? We know the Throne of Ruin. Oh, Kelra and Super Marco, he should be fine. They'll just take a couple shots here. But again, that Throne of Ruin that she has, that ultimate, could play a big part in the team comp that they have here to win team fights around objectives later on.
Yeah, which is why it's a lot of flickers on the side of ONIC. Lots of dashes too. It could actually be really hard for Flapteasy to get a big Throne of Ruin and crowd control a lot of members of ONIC because they'll be spending their battle spells just to get out of it. It's not like it's an instant cast. You know that the Throne of Ruin is going to be coming out of that Alice.
And it's going to take time. Luckily, Falcons lineup likes long team fights. And I'm seeing like maybe mid to late game, you're going to see 2 Feathered Airstrikes off of you if things go well.
Yeah, part of this mid lane action too, you're seeing the pressure. But how does this play into this first turtle? That's where we're going to have to see this in action. Few doesn't have the level 4 yet, so waiting for that Feathered Airstrike. Should have it here in a second. But Turtle's up, so they'll get in position. Flap as well.
All right.
These are crucial here. Super Prince will be holding on to that Feathered Airstrike himself.
Yeah. This is a dance that Brusco's doing. Final Slash!
Final Slash going to be used. Few firing off with the Feathered Airstrike in the back side. A couple shots. Kyle Teasy the first to fall. Flap will take on Brusco. There's a flicker forward from Super Prince to force Few back. They're just gaining space here for King Kong to go ahead and secure the turtle, but Flap's going to force him off. It goes for a reset. They're going to engage anyway. Oh, Flap can't escape Kirk, and Super Prince will be able to scoot on out away from Ogwin. They delayed the turtle, though. Ogwin should be able to get out, and Kyle is back for this.
Okay, we're seeing some symptoms of why Alice hasn't been as openly picked despite her strong rework. She's immobile despite the shadow.
What are they going to do here? Ogwin
back.
Should be fine. Has plenty of bushes to work here.
Oh, he's back.
With Hilda, he's back for the airstrike again. Drop down. King Kong gets to the turtle in time. Will secure it. Now Kirk on the run. An AOG to collapse down. Brusco could be in trouble here. Kyle Teasy wants to go in. Gets the Appraiser's Wrath, and Brusco the one to fall. The final slash going to be used, but Flap and Kirk will just battle it on out. Here comes King Kong. Mount Shocker going to be used too. He's so tanky. There's the Throne of Ruin. And now waiting for Ogwin under the turret. Throwing out the Gleam. He's going to keep going, actually. Now King Kong dealing with it. Ogwin, what's he going to go for? Kirk now deals with a lot of damage, and this is what the Alice can do here. A Gleam thrown out again. King Kong will be able to get away with the traces.
wow, the mechanics shown by these two teams. Okay, first and foremost, CalTZ was not able to hit Retribution in that turtle, unfortunate. But FlapTZ showing off what this Alice can do, giving a lot of difficulty for this YSS. And I think this actually approves the theory of Vomi that he was talking to me about. The Arlet can only do so much against the Alice.
It doesn't help that Arlet is a melee hero that has to sit underneath Alice's skills.
Yeah.
And that helps her all the way. That's all her.
Yeah, he has to eat up the Doom Waltz, which is fine for Alice. You might not get the kill on the Arlot, but in the long run, it's like a new version of Esme versus Uranus. It's fight forever up until you realize that Uranus actually just loses.
Oh no, FlapTZ is so brazen. He's even bullying King Kong out of his own farm.
I mean, look at this. The pressure on this side of the jungle. Flap leading that charge. You never know exactly where he's going to go to with the Gleam, but they're going to go for Kirk. He has to burn the final slash, and AOG to help him follow through. Super Prince has his own feathered airstrike. What are they going to do here? Few will drop his first, and Super Prince fires back at Few. Kirk trying to get away. Flap, they go in anyway, burning the flicker. They pick up Kirk. Team Falcons looking for more. Brusco trying to get out of the jungle here, and Ogwin forces him out.
Even Brusco has to think twice about pressing the AOG, because as long as Flap's Throne Ruin is off of cooldown and it's ready to cast in channel, they will win that fight about 10 out of 10 times.
And the longer this game goes, the problems that ONIC are facing with this Alice of FlapTZ is progressively going to get worse. Because this Alice is going to get tankier. Yes, ONIC will have more damage, but then you'll see the Alice health trickle down slowly, then go up very quickly yet again.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing here too, man. And you gotta remember, like, Flap just wants to be a part of this fight. You know, he throws himself, the more skills that he's landing because of the passive, that Crimson Blood Banquet, he does continuous damage to everybody around him too. So if the combos it correctly, using that Throne of Ruin, keeping people there, like, this is a great tool to have against someone like Kirk, who's going to be final slashing people together anyway. So Flap just wants to be a part of the fight, and he's a big distraction against ONIC. And how do they get past that?
Okay, interesting choice. FlapTZ actually fully built the Cursed Helm, so he wants these fights to last long.
DOT,
so
man.
He can get stacks on Curse and reduce hybrid defense on all targets around him.
And ironically enough, it was used in the EXP lane last time in MPL Philippines Season 10, September 11.
Wow, 2002. 2022.
22.
Where were we in 2002, man?
I wasn't born yet.
Uh-oh. Right now,
Flap gets caught.
We were just talking about how tanky he was.
Not against 4 members.
Not against 4 dudes. Not against 4. So maybe like 1, 2 with a little bit of help, yeah, but
yep. Three after a prolonged chase.
Yeah.
But not 4 at a time.
Not like that. Not the right timing there for Flap. Oh, but could be a good catch.
All right, they get the flicker out though, so little catch there, and they're setting things up for this third turtle to come up here.
Ogwin is bullying members of ONIC. Oh, AOG.
AOG from Brusco. They're going to go for a few here, but Ogwin here to help out. He's going to go for Brusco. He does disengage, so neither team able to cap out a kill.
Yeah, it didn't look like ONIC were ready for the jump of Brusco. They jumped in and there was like a lag moment of like, oh wait, we're doing this? And then they just weren't able to actually make the most out of the AOG. That's an ultimate wasted.
Either comms issue or
Flap.
They were really just trying to buy time. Flap pushing back 2 members single-handedly.
And this is what he, this is the whole part of the plan, you know? Like, think what he's doing. Team Falcons are essentially getting these objectives. By the way, Super Marco has had the gold lane experience now. Like, where has Super Marco been? Well, he's been farming up. He's still farming up, and eventually the 1-1 is going to be the problem. Look how much gold he has.
ONIC needs Kelra to put Flap down. Yeah. The rest of them don't deal the right kind of damage. King Kong, not yet.
Okay.
It's like a slow war of attrition where Falcons are just very, very slowly, agonizingly taking away the resources of ONIC, taking this game away from them. Kelra is still getting farm, yes. King Kong has been delayed somewhat, bothered, but it's hard for them to contest the objectives. ONIC did get 1 turtle, but if Falcons don't lose a member before this Lord, I think this might actually be a difficult Lord one to fight and contest for ONIC.
In relation to CalTZ, who is a utility jungler, Fredrin leads less items than King Kong on the Yi Sun-shin, and Yi Sun-shin has less money. So just put that into consideration. King Kong isn't ready yet. King Kong is not in any shape to carry ONIC PH.
Yeah, and in a way, the utility brought by the Cursed Helm, it's not a lot of hybrid defense being reduced, but anyone with the Cursed Helm procs on them actually lose a bit of hybrid defense, and that can stack up to like 3-4 times if I'm not mistaken. 9 times?
Yeah.
No, total 9.
Total 9, because 3 stacks.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like 3 each, which means that's more damage for the 1-1 for everyone in the side of Team Falcons. I wonder if they know Kirk's here. Oh wait, no, now they do.
Plus, if you get immobilized, like if you get caught in that Throne of Ruin, like that's the worst case scenario for ONIC, because then you can't really get away if Super Marco's got airtime with that the ultimate.
Like, imagine how poetic it would be if Falcons shows to the world, shows the MPL page, like, huh? Sir, you what? Brusco, yo, tilt or what?
Some of the AOGs have been questionable here. Flap, jumping in, already used the Throne of Ruin. He's actually going to get caught, tries to get away, does get bursted down.
Error.
Not as tanky as we thought, so with Flap gone, even burning the flicker, all this as the Lord is up.
Different approach, same result.
Yeah.
With that AOG from out of nowhere, ONIC still got a pick off.
Flap's like, I see that, let me do it.
It's a long-term part of the plan, but yeah, I think those were both missed calls by Brusco and Flap.
Super Prince. Burn the flicker. Kyle's jumping. Whoa, he gets final slashed into the turret, and now Kyle Teasy is gone as this Lord is up. And Team Falcons down a jungler will just set up around the Lord.
From Axiata to the MPL arena, he did it again. Stole the energy eruption and taunted Kyle Teasy to his death.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even bring up the Feathered Airstrike earlier. If it's Super Prince and he plays Valentina up against a Fredrin, you know what ultimate he wants to get. Especially when he sees now he has the Throne of Ruin. And that scales with magic damage, so yeah, this might actually be a more deadly Throne of Ruin.
Well, let's see how he plays this out. They're already burning it. Mountain Shocker going to be used too. He pops the Throne of Ruin from him. Brusco could be in trouble here, but King Kong will secure the Lord at the cost of Brusco. Now they're still going to go. Ogwin will bomb and weave out of there, but ultimately objective secured here for ONIC.
Yeah, they used that Throne of Ruin on the hands of Super Prince defensively, while Flap Teasy was just the unfortunate casualty of ONIC's slow front to back. Because of the defensive use of that Throne of Ruin, it forced Falcons to stay where they were. It looked like they're already keen on diving forward, but then suddenly it's like, oh no, we're stuck here. Let's just hope Kyle Teasy wins the rescue battle. Nope, he didn't. Sad for us.
I got a cause and effect situation for Falcons. Given that they have a lead, but we don't feel like they have a lead, have we seen Marco take to the skies?
I feel like I've not seen a crossbow of tank
We
just
haven't
yet.
seen a COT just yet.
Yeah.
So with that said, something tells me maybe Flap needs a little more chunkiness.
Yeah.
He's built the
Oracle.
Helm, yes, and the Oracle, but what else? He's not as hard, so the Super Marco can fly.
Oh, okay. They did spawn out King Kong here too, and yeah, that might be the end game plan. You know, let Super Marco fly against. That's why you want this Wan. Part of that, I feel like the Malefic Gun really helps Wan in general to go ahead and get that little bit of extra range to get those weakness points off. The final slash going to be used. Super Marco was the target. They're going to force a fight in the mid lane anyway. Kirk going to be in trouble. Cut off from the team. Ogwin as well has to flicker out.
Oh, the stun!
Let's see if Super Marco is able to get it now. He pops the winner's crown. They're still going for it too. And now a Feathered Airstrike dropped down. And Brusco jumps on out. So they find Kirk here for Team Falcons.
A lot of battle spells spent in that engagement. An AOG outsaves Brusco. And that's a small win for Falcons, but again, they're not able to make much of the lead. If anything, they lost a bit of it.
Yeah, long team fight, but yeah, Falcons are happy with that. See where the Brute Force Breastplate. So maximizing cooldown reduction, you do get that extra crowd control reduction as well.
Hybrid defense. Some move speed.
Yeah, and well, I mean, Alice is the hero that wants long team fights, and Brute Force Breastplate is made for long team fights, long sustained team fights. So yeah, let's see how it works out. But I think even more HP on this Alice would be good. Maybe even one damage item if he can.
And a little more damage for Ogwin.
Talking about one damage item, the Blade of Heptases. Already built on that Hilda. Oh, that's what he's been doing. Honestly, he's been hunting down these softies. King Kong can't hold a brush. Kelra can't hold a brush.
Yep.
I would not be surprised if Kelra would randomly pop Wind of Nature when Ogwin goes hunting. Like, I don't count that out. So that's a very strong tool in Falcon's toolkit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably definitely part of the plan. You know, a lot of these working together here to even get some of those defensive items out from ONIC if they want to.
Yeah, so I like the itemization of Super Marco. He looks like he's going to be last building the Rose Gold Meteor as he already has a Magic Blade on him for this 1-1. And that should help with his survivability, considering that the sudden burst damage brought out by the Valentina and Gacha is what's stopping Super Marco from full diving into the fights. Because if the Valentina has Feathered Airstrike, or even just the Valentina damage alone, that takes out a huge chunk of the health of the 1-1 at this point in the game.
Oh, Ogun's going to get cut off here. He sees that too. Super Fritz used, he had the energy eruption from the Fredrin, so it was actually used there.
The jig is up.
They're going to have to fight this anyway. They're going to go for the Lord here. Flap could be in trouble. He's gone, but Lord secured by Kyle Teasy. They're going to try to get out here, disengage from the fight. ONIC going to chase them down. Ogun will be able to get away, but now can the rest? Team Falcons disengages after getting the objective.
A small but smart move. Ogun flickered and ran the opposite direction. Oh! All right, he's fine. To save the rest of his team, and I think he stayed a little too long.
Ogwen was just chased down hard there by King Kong and Brusco. But yeah, that was perfect positioning by Few and Ogwen. They held the two middle bushes so that ONIC Philippines would have to go the long way around the purple buff so that they could potentially get the Lord. He could not get close enough, King Kong. Blasted is Super Friends.
Okay, he gets away too, but I don't know, is Team Falcons really going to be able to convert anything from this Lord? It might just be taken care of really quickly here.
Joseph, that's been the question for, what, the past 7-8 minutes?
Yeah.
Because Falcons got an early lead. Again, a lineup with an Alice that won the lane, started to bully the map, but they can't find a decisive victory. They've always just had this small lead. Again, 500 gold, 1,000 gold, and they can't make much of it. What's missing?
Yeah, now is he going for the Winter Crown? I mean, already up to a Guardian Helmet for the Fredrin. Yeah, he did build the Winter Crown, Flap Teasy, so
could be it.
Even longer team fight. I think this is just, this is them playing for Super Marco now. It's that point of the game where it's 1-1, time to fly. Marco, take us up to your wings and bring us up to the heavens again. Allow us to get a sweep win here.
Keep the dream alive. One ticket to punch it into a crossbow of Tang on the Super Fam that could change the fate of Falcons, but right now they're looking at a 500 gold lead, tiny at 16 minutes, in a map that refuses to turn red.
Yeah, Falcons can get that big team fight win. ONIC Philippines, to their credit, they've been keeping King Kong, Super Friends, and Keller alive very well. It's Kirk and Brusco so far who's been the casualties of the fights here.
And they can afford it.
And they can afford it. Your main damage dealers are okay. And those are damage dealers who are actually, if left to their own devices, if there are members of Falcons Low, they can actually finish them off.
And you can extend this to Super Friends, despite having picked up IMU, Energy Eruption, again, a frontline hero like Fredrin, he's not died a single time.
Yeah, you saw the player cam there. He took a deep breath because that's how much pressure comes into this too. You got to remember, he's mainly holding on to the Fredrin, right?
Yeah.
And part of his job here is to be more of like that pseudo like tank initiator if he has to, if he's able to catch someone out, or maybe even peel to give Kelra the space here. So him, Brusco, and Kirk are the main component to making that work here for ONIC and Team Falcons so far. That's why they take it slowly. I think when we ask the question, what's been missing for Team Falcons to win these fights, it's Super Marco. We haven't seen that game-changing or team fight-winning crossbow of Tang just yet.
It's literally just crossbow of Tang that's missing. Purple buff still secured by King. Few has the purple buff there off the Falcon side.
I hate to say it, but you're right. All 9 ults have been cast in this game except for crossbow of Tang.
Yeah, one really big, beefy one to win the game for Falcons. Is it a risk? Yes.
Kyle could be in trouble here. There's jumping over Flap. He gets a thrown of ruin into the feathered airstrike. Brusco gets by with a sliver of health. Flap jumps back in. And now Kirk on the run. Oakland's here. Is he going to go for this? He does have that Blade of Hepsises. He knows Kirk is there. The Lord is up. Kara will keep him at bay so Ogren doesn't go in. Now they set up for the Lord.
Departure denied once again. Falcons are strapped to the ground. Marco yet to fly. Where's King Kong holding that brush?
That's a really good spot for King Kong. Falcons doesn't know. I think they're trying to look for him.
This is a dance. Lord gets soft reset.
I think
Deadly brush.
He was seen.
Held, and Kyle spots him.
Yeah, okay. I was really thinking that King Kong wouldn't let go of that. That was a perfect spot for him. But I think he was worried about that Falcons, a member of Falcons might have already been there.
Okay, he can reclaim it. They have Mount Shocker, so they have vision advantage. Super Vince get pushed out of that brush and already uses IMU. All right, so he has time to reset this.
Yeah. Good play by King Kong and Kirk.
Oh, look at that brush control by ONIC.
Flap TC needs to hunt, and he's hunting, he's checking.
He used his flicker for that initiation last time, so they might just stall this out.
Yeah. Full minute?
Yeah, for a minute, because this is one of the things that Flap needs. I feel like he needs that little extra distance that a flicker gives him.
And I think they need to do that. Fuse all the way down bottom.
And interesting, FlapTZ isn't building Immortality. He actually has Dreadnought armor on him. He's going for an anti-caress instead of an Immortality.
He's guessing that he's not going to die.
Yeah, he's mainly just thinking of, okay, I have Winter Crown, I'm fine.
They might hold this at half health.
Here's a dance. At a third of its health, Ogwin and Brusco holding the River Brush. No one up top. No sneaky positioning. Pixel Brush on Prince.
Oh, Ogwin, could he be in trouble here? He's taking a brunt of the shots from Kelra. He's going to heal back up. But Kirk gets a three-man final. Slashly collapsed down. A winner crown, but a huge Throne of Ruin will be able to catch him. But now, Brusco's still up. He's spacing him out. Kelra gets a double. And Super Marco, he actually used the crossbow of Tang.
3 for 3, and the gold laner to the jungle left alive. Kyle running away!
Kyle!
That's exactly what we were talking about. The heroes of ONIC that can be left on the map are the ones that can completely clean the game up. Marco's gonna try to go for a King Kong. Delay it.
He buys the immortality. He wants to face off.
This is a bluff. This is a bluff. Mount Shocker and King Kong. There's still roses on Marco. He does not have a crossbow, but I don't know if ONIC knows that.
Oh, no.
No ultimate. Yeah, he backs off.
He sees Kelra. He's got to back off here. That was a huge fight for ONIC to win here. And King Kong and Kelra, they know it.
Massive win for ONIC. Slipping through the cracks, finding that win, taking Kyle out, forcing Marco back.
King Kong and Kelra. When you need someone, when you need anyone, how about two for the side of ONIC to step up? Perfect final slash, the taunt as well, but the Throne of Ruin turnaround. Brusco got the brunt of the crossbow of Tang, but he dashed away from the other members of ONIC and even popped the Winter Crown as well. Brusco saved that for ONIC.
And even on the receiving end of a crossbow of Tang, whether it be through sheer coincidence or through planned execution, ONIC split themselves up. So even if it wasn't all on Brusco, again, the perfect situation for ONIC, they would have been fine. They wouldn't have all died to the crossbow. Ogwin gets caught. Flicker out.
Yep, Mountain Shark are going to be used. They're going to go for it anyways. Here comes the gleam from Flap. They keep Ogwin alive. Even with that dangerous bush there, he can go ahead and heal up, but they got a beefy Lord making its way down bot.
And this is the spot that Falcons does not want to be in. They are more comfortable in control. But now it's up to the Capitan to to maximize his Feathered Airstrike. A Feathered Airstrike, the Super Prince also has stolen away from the Farsa.
Our Feathered Airstrike. This Lord coming in. Marco gets blasted.
Oh, there it is. Super Prince is going to drop it down. The base turret in the bottom lane falls. Flap trying to buy time, but Kyle's in trouble. Ogwin shows up a little bit too late, and the Lord is still up. ONIC might be looking for the end angle. There's an AOG from Brusco. Super Marco jumping forward, pops the Wind of Nature. Kelra pops his too. He takes too many shots, and now Super Marco's in trouble. Whoa! The Terrify is too good from Super Prince. And another looking for more, but they'll lock onto the base to clean it out, and Few has to go back. And we're going to